C.O. Cannon here from Fiction Atlas Press, bringing you another Indie Connection. Today I'd like to tell you about some indie books that you might enjoy if you're a fan of Noughts and Crosses by Mallory Blackman. The first book I have for you is called Collapsed by Janetta Penner. The world is split in two, and either side could be fatal for her. In a society of extreme haves and have-nots, Tenley Hawkins is firmly the latter. Born into the Cobots, the lowest rung of society, she's done everything possible to escape her fate. She's obeyed all the rules, earned her way out of squalor. So when she's chosen for the Scarlet-controlled, elite premier workforce, she's sure all her hard work is about to pay off. Despite her new privilege, she doesn't fit in, and life among the elite Scarlets isn't as rosy as it appeared from the outside. There's growing civil unrest between the progressives and the traditionalists, not to mention the corruption and cover-ups. Caught off guard, Tenley soon finds herself attracting the eye of her rich employer's son and squarely in the middle of the danger, her dream life about to burn to the ground. The only person she can trust is her loyal best friend Caleb. Too bad Caleb has some lethal secrets of his own. For Tenley, only one thing is certain. Make a false move, she could lose a lot more than her position. Everyone she loves could end up dead. The second book I have for you is called The 716 by S.J. Pratt. Olivia is destined to be the future leader of Meloria. She's smart, rich, and innovative, and she has a pink Identify light. Andy is destined to be a waiter and a house husband. His blue Identify light prevents him from pursuing his dream of becoming an engineer. After all, who ever heard of a male engineer? But when Andy's life becomes entangled with Olivia's, and he gets the chance to prove himself on the female stage, everything starts to change. In a futuristic society where men are second-class citizens and only binary gender norms are acceptable, Andy and Olivia must confront their own beliefs and decide what kind of world they want to live in. Will they do what is expected or what is right? And will the wrong choice spell disaster? The third book I have for you is called Girl of Glass by Megan O. Russell. 2 worlds, 1 glass wall, no turning back. The human race has been divided. The chosen few live in the safety of the domes, watching through their glass walls as those left on the outside suffer and die. But desperation has brought invention. New drugs have the ability to alter humans, giving them the strength to roam the poisoned night unafraid. But survival comes at a terrible price. 17-year-old Nola Kent has spent her life in the domes, training to protect her little piece of the world within the glass. The mission of the domes is to preserve the human race, not to help the sick and starving. When the fate of an outsider child falls into her hands, Nola dares to venture beyond the security of her home, diving into a world of darkness and vampires. Life within the glass didn't prepare her for the realities of suffering or the depth of forbidden love. When blood washes over the domes, Nola must choose between her home and her heart. And the last book I have for you is called Chains of Time by R.B. Woodstone. I know what's going to happen. It's 1859, and I should be celebrating my wedding, which is only hours away, a wedding meant to end a centuries-old conflict. But I am haunted by visions. I can see the slavers coming. I can see Van Owen on the deck of his ship. I can see him stealing my power. I can see the ravages of war and the decades of running and hiding as he hunts my family for generations. From the shores of West Africa to the plantations of North Carolina to the spires of the 21st century New York City. But I also see a Harlem family there. A 13-year-old boy who doesn't know how to fight. His younger sister who refuses to speak. His older brother who thinks he can protect them. And Van Owen somehow there too. Somehow still alive and watching them all. What does he want, and how can I stop him if no one believes me? Okay, that's all for me this week. I'll see you next week on the Indie Connection. Bye!